Hey students, how are you? I hope you are well and good. Today in my channel, I once again welcome you wholeheartedly. In our last video, we had covered the topic acid-base indicator. Now I am with the next topic, that is the properties of acid from the same chapter. इस जो वीडियो है बहुत ही मज़ेदार होने जा रहा है। इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखिए और जितना भी आपका कमेंट होगा कमेंट बॉक्स में डालिए। और इस टॉपिक का जो भी रिलेटेड आपको जो है ना रिलेटेड जो नोट्स है टेलीग्राफ चैनल में अवेलेबल है, तो आपको क्या करना है, डिस्क्रिप्शन में जाके उसका लिंक ले लेना। चलो शुरू करते हैं अपना क्लास। आज का जो टॉपिक है वो है chemical properties of acid. By the name chemical properties, we know the chemical reactions occurred by the acids. So under this we can study here the reaction of acid with the base, then reaction of acid with the metal, then reaction of acid with the metal carbonate, and the reaction of acid with metal hydrogen carbonate. So first of all, the reaction of acid with the base. So when an acid reacts with a base, it gives salt and water. You might have been knowing that this kind of reaction is called neutralization reaction. But for a neutralization reaction, the acid should be a strong acid and the base should be a strong base. Similarly, the acid should be a weak acid and the base should be a weak base. In such conditions only this kind of reaction will be called as a neutralization reaction. So let us take an example of this kind of reaction. So for example, an acid such as the hydrochloric acid, when it reacts with a base such as the sodium hydroxide, it gives the salt, sodium chloride and water. One more example I can cite here. If we take the acid as sulfuric acid, so if it reacts with the base sodium hydroxide, it will give the product as the sodium sulfate and water. Okay, so always you remember, whenever an acid will react with the base, it gives salt and water. Next is the reaction of acid with a metal. When an acid reacts with a metal, it gives salt and hydrogen. For example, if the acid such as the sulfuric acid, if it reacts with the metal such as the zinc, the product would be the zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Okay, so let us study this reaction with the help of an activity. Let us do one activity to show the reaction between the zinc metal and the dilute sulfuric acid. For this, I'm taking here a test tube I am taking, and I'll add some sulfuric acid. I'm adding sulfuric acid in this test tube. Now you can see here, and to this sulfuric acid I'll add a piece of zinc metal. This is zinc metal I am adding here. The moment I put some chemical reaction is going on, you can see here some bubbles are forming. Okay, and these bubbles are due to the formation of hydrogen gas. You can check this by bringing a burning matchstick in the mouth of this test tube. So the burning matchstick will burn with a popping sound. At the same time, you can change the color of the zinc metal. There occurs the vigorous reaction here. Okay, after some time, what will happen? On the surface of the zinc metal, a black coating will develop, like this one. After some time, you will see like this one. Here you see the black coating developed on the zinc metal. So this black coating is nothing but due to the formation of zinc sulfate. So when zinc reacts with the dilute sulfuric acid, it forms the zinc sulfate and the hydrogen gas. Now let us come to the next reaction. The next reaction is, that is reaction of acid with metal carbonate or with metal hydrogen carbonate. So whenever an acid reacts with the metal carbonate or the metal hydrogen carbonate, the products are the salt, carbon dioxide and water. One of the example of such kind of reaction is, if we react the sulfuric acid with the metal carbonate such as the sodium carbonate or the metal hydrogen carbonate such as the sodium hydrogen carbonate, the product will be the sodium sulfate, then carbon dioxide and water. We can explain this with the help of an activity. You can see this activity like this. I'll show you now the reaction of the sulfuric acid with the sodium hydrogen carbonate. For this, I have taken a little sulfuric acid in this test tube, and now I am going to add uh, sodium hydrogen carbonate. You can see the color of this one. This occur in the solid state here. You just see this carefully. What happens after adding the sodium carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate into this sulfuric acid? You can see the vigorous reaction. Some bubbles are forming here. These bubbles are due to the formation of carbon dioxide. You can verify this by passing it to the lime water. The lime water will become definitely milky. Okay. So here what happens? The sulfuric acid reacts with sodium hydrogen carbonate or the sodium carbonate to give the salt, carbon dioxide and water. So in this way, students, we have discussed the chemical properties of acid. Okay, and the next topic would be the chemical properties of base, which I am going to be prepare in the next video. So if you want to see that video, you have to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification whenever I upload the video. So thank you everyone. Stay well.